His duty was to lead us back onto the Creator's path. Today's message to us is still heard in our longhouse. We remember every word, and we are very grateful for that. So let us all put our minds together as one and thank Handsome Lake for doing his duty, and let our minds be that way. When the Creator created us, he used a part of his heart in each one of us, and he wants his heart to return to him. So each day and each night, he sends down his love to us, and he asks that we carry out the duties that we are directed to perform. And for this, we are very grateful. So let us put our minds together as one and try to be the people that he wants us to be, and let it be that way.
Lewis Farmer, Onondaga. It took us quite a while to get to know Onondaga Chief Lewis Farmer. We saw him frequently around the Longhouse and at social gatherings for several years. He would sit somewhere by himself, seemingly scowling whenever we glanced his way. But we noticed people were always coming over to him, chatting, laughing, whispering. He was obviously well beloved. His scowls were purely for outsiders, as if to say, "Don't bother me. I've got enough to do taking care of my own people." Then one day in May 1986, our friend Maisie Shenandoah, a clan mother at the 32-acre Oneida Territory, called us and asked if we could drive one of the chiefs out from Onondaga, 35 miles away, so he could bless the site of their new longhouse, as well as the planting of the three sisters, corn, beans, and squash, which are the traditional staples of Iroquois diet. The chief was Lewis Farmer. It was the opportunity we had been looking for. We picked Lewis up at his centuries-old log cabin and drove him out to Oneida Territory, where we spent a wonderful day with him and Maisie. Of the many things this wisdom keeper told us, we especially remember these.
We chiefs are the keeper of the central fire, but it's just not a fire of logs and flames. It's the fire in here, and also the fire in here. A good heart and a good mind, those are what you need to be a chief. Who needs a telephone? This is my communication, better than any telephone. Telephones carry your voice around the earth, not up to the Creator. You don't need a telephone to talk to the Creator. When we want to talk to him, we burn tobacco and it takes our prayers all the way up to the sky world. What telephone can do that? White man celebrates something that happened 2,000 years ago. To him, nothing's happened since then. It's all over. All he can do is remember. Indians celebrate what's happening now. When the sacred strawberries come up in early spring, that's when we celebrate. They're not just strawberries to us. They're the Creator's gift to his children. They're good to eat, good to drink. But more than that, they have the Creator's power in them. They make us healthy and strong. And we know when we pass on that our path to the sky world will be lined with strawberries. So strawberries are more than just plants to us. That's why every year we have our Strawberry Thanksgiving. It's something that's happening now to us, not something that happened long ago to somebody else. In late spring we plant the corn and beans and squash. They're not just plants. We call them the three sisters. We plant them together, three kinds of seeds in one hole. They want to be together with each other, just as we Indians want to be together with each other. So long as the three sisters are with us, we know we will never starve. The Creator sends them to us each year. We celebrate them now. We thank Him for the gift He gives us today and every day. He didn't stop giving us His gifts 2,000 years ago. When someone, an Indian, gets caught between the Longhouse religion and Christianity, where they don't follow either one or the other, we say they're running in the woods. They don't have a home either here or there, either in Indian's world or white man's world. They don't pay attention to the Creator, so they've got to keep running, even though they've got nowhere to go. That's a terrible thing. You want to know who's a real medicine man? He's the one who doesn't say, "I'm a medicine man." He doesn't ask you to come to him. You've got to go to him and ask him, and you'll find he's always there among his own people. He doesn't go off to the city and open an office. Once a medicine man leaves his own territory, he loses most of his power. All the sacred plants he knows are where he comes from. He doesn't know the plants of other places. The Creator gave him his gift so he could serve his own people, not somebody else. The people he's supposed to help are people where he's from, so he stays home and helps them. That's who a real medicine man is.
Unto the seventh generation. Our journey into Native America began with a heavy burden of misconceptions and stereotypes, gleaned from history books, movie westerns, and popular myths ingrained in the psyche from an earlier manifest destiny mentality. What we thought we were going out to discover turned out to be far different from what we found. We uncovered no secrets, no soul-bewitching gurus, no miraculous healers, no hitherto unknown sacred ceremonies. Life itself, we learned, is a sacred ceremony. From the Wisdomkeepers, we learned a different way of thinking, which profoundly affected our views about the earth, about sovereignty, about family and community, and about the future. The future, we learned, was not some abstract, untouchable beyond, far out there somewhere, beyond our ken. Rather, the Wisdomkeepers taught us, the future is with us here today, in the now and here. It's coming up, in fact, right behind us. Over and over we were told, turn around and look. There they are, the seventh generation. They're coming up right behind you.
Look over your shoulder.
Tadadaho Leon Shenandoah told us.
Look behind you. See your sons and your daughters. They are your future. Look farther and see your sons and your daughters' children and their children's children, even onto the seventh generation. That's the way we were taught. Think about it. You yourself are a seventh generation.
This immediate and compassionate approach to the future was a revelation to us, moving us from a mental position to which we can never return. We came to realize that we ourselves, in all of our decisions, individually and collectively, are responsible for and to the generations whose faces are coming from beneath the ground. They will soon be walking the same earthly path we walk today, and we must ensure that there is a path to walk. We hope that we'll leave a better path than the one left to us. Contrary to the popular notion that the traditional circle is dying away, we saw emerging wisdom keepers in action. Spiritual elder Lila Fisher of the Ho died in 1986. During a recent kitchen table conversation that lasted into the wee hours of the morning and took us through many cups of strong black coffee, Lila's daughter, Mary Leitka, spoke of her mother.
Mom always told me I'd have to prepare myself, and she said she would help me. But when she died, it seemed like she'd never really gotten around to properly instructing me. She knew so much, and I know so little. Yet I'm hearing her words over and over in my thoughts. She said, "There are two ways to go, the way of the blackface, a society within our culture, or another way that is more personal, like going and bathing in the river every morning, sitting and meditating at a special place. Merge into nature," she would say.